Hello and welcome to this video where I will be sharing the 3 must-have elements for a great whole class reward system. My name is Kaylee. I'm a second grade teacher who loves to share tips and tricks for the classroom. So let's get started. Let's start out with what is a whole class reward system. A whole class reward system is a behavior incentive on the whole class level. So if the whole class is being good behavior-wise, you're going to add to that reward. If they're not, you're going to take away part of that reward system. So if you look at this example, this is the whole class rewards system I use in my class. I call it our class flower. Students vote on which reward they want to work towards, and then it goes in the center of the flower. Then students earn petals. When they get all 10 petals, they earn that reward. Okay, so starting out with the 3 must-have elements for a great whole class reward system. Number 1 is you want to include student choice with the rewards that you offer students. So I like to have a bunch of these printed out, and I offer students between 3 and 5 at a time and have them vote. So I would lay these out so that students can see them, and then I'd have them put their heads down and raise their hand on which ones that they want to do. Some of the most popular rewards that my students have chose is movie party, lunch in class, extra recess, popcorn party, ice cream party. They love all these ones. But if you want a full list of all of the rewards that students love, then check out my blog post. It's called The Best Whole Class Rewards System Ever, and it gives you a whole list of a bunch of these that you can use. Okay, moving on to element number 2, you want students to see their progress. Like with mine, we have the 10 petals, and if students only have 3 up there, we can be like, okay, today we need to get some more petals. Let's make sure we're on our best behavior. Or if students get really close, like they're at 8 or 9, you could be like at the beginning of the day, like, we are so close, we can do it today. Okay, so be on your best behavior. So it just makes it really motivating for students when they can actually see their progress and see what they need to do. And number 3, you want to give students understanding on how to earn the reward or how to earn those elements to the whole class reward system. Remember, for mine, it's those petals. Okay, one way to do this is to set expectations for the direct instruction heavy periods in your classroom. Like for me, it would be our math block and our reading block. And so I have these expectations: listen to the speaker, follow directions the first time, raise your hand, and work hard. So at the end of the lesson, I can ask students, did we listen to the speaker? Okay, we did well with that. Did we follow the directions the first time? Yep, we did great. Did we raise our hands? Did we work hard? If they did great, then I'll give them a petal for our math block and our reading block. That's one way that students can earn petals. Another way is to think of another time in your classroom where you need to set specific expectations, like centers, and have the expectations written out, and then have students rate themselves afterwards. So after our centers time, I have students come back together and we reflected. We work hard. Oh, actually, I had to redirect a couple groups, so this one gets a straight face. Did we rotate and get started quickly? Yep, we didn't waste any time. We got started right away so we can get a smiley face. Did we use our whisper voices? I heard quite a few students from across the classroom, so we're going to get a straight face. And then, did you ask questions to group members instead of the teacher? Yep, you guys did awesome with that, so that they can get a smiley face. So it helps them reflect and motivate students. When they get all 4 smiley faces on those, they get a petal towards our whole class reward system. Another fun way to have students earn a petal or to earn part of their whole class reward system is to make a goal. This is something specific that you want students to improve on in your classroom. For example, maybe students are really noisy when they move from their desk to the carpet area. So at the beginning of the day, I always like to start out on a positive note, and I have students raise their hand and tell me what's something that our class does well behavior-wise. So they might raise their hand and say, we do really well raising our hands. I'll be like, okay, awesome, I think that too, and I'll write that in that box. Then I'll say, today's goal, this is something that I want us to work on. I want us to work on from moving to our desk back to the carpet place area the right way. And what should that look like? And we have a little class conversation. Then I'll write that goal up on the box, and at the end of the day, we'll have a quick conversation of if we reached that goal. And if I think students did really well with that, I'll give them a petal. If I don't think we reach that goal, then we'll keep it there for the next day and try again. So those are the 3 elements for a great whole class reward system. But here are some other tips that I'd like to share with you. One is I don't give my students a pedal if they ask for one. So if they were like, we were really good with da 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 da, can we get a pedal? I'll be like, oh, if we ask for it, then we don't get it. Or else they're going to be gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay. I always tell them, like, I'm the teacher and I know when you guys have earned a pedal. Another thing is don't be afraid to take away a pedal. Like if students were not very good for a specials teacher and that special teacher tells me, then I'll take away a pedal. Or I'll always give them a warning like, hey class, we're not doing what we need to be doing. If this continues, I'm going to be taking off a pedal. And usually they turn things around and it's fine, but sometimes they don't, and then I'll follow through and take away a pedal. But I hope this has been super helpful for you. I'll link this resource down in the description for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them, and we'll see you later.